You're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Lawrence. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Lawrence will throw. And able to find Kirk complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. They go play action now. Lawrence trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
A part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity, just moments in the game, to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now, on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That tackle by Trayvon Walker. Nice play. He blows that up behind the line of scrimmage. Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. Here's Wilson. And this one's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the Jags, Charles, I think they're on the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
Now Wilson. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Line to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Now Etienne to start the drive. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. This defense for the Jets, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
They're looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Sauce Gardner puts it on. And the Jets are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, he had to wait until December, but congrats to the rookie, his first INT.
Yeah, he's been a reliable contributor for this defense throughout the season. Definitely got a bright future and has gotten even brighter after making that play.
Now Hall to start the drive. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. But whatever they were trying to call, Chad Muma had it read from the start, getting behind the line of scrimmage and dropping it.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Jags are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. James Robinson, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point, a bit of an adventure, but it does make it through. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Jags grab it. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. This is caught. And the Jaguars are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Etienne will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Give up the middle. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Chad Muma brings him down on that one defensively.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Ready.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 10.
61. Matchbox, right.
Now it's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run with Carter. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. The Jets at 500, 7-7 on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
On first down, Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
On second down, a run with Carter. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive moving right here.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Let's go. Charlie. Yep.
Now it's Wilson. A throw to the flat for Carter. Touchdown! Michael Carter with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jets have cut it back within a score. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
It's a room to maneuver. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play you would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So now our referee looking at the sideline saying, are you sure? But yes, this defense has accepted the penalty. So that means they will not take possession on the fumble recovery. Well, not sure why in the world you do that, but that is apparently the decision. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go, here we
Second
go.
and 6, just inside the 30.
Wow, boom. Echo. Cut.
Here's Wilson. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Well, a good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Now Lawrence. And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Ready.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Ready, set. Slow. Now. Recon, 132 fighting.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jaguars are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And the Jaguars first down.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And that's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
On third down, here's Etienne. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And he completes it to Berrios. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He's got a man, complete. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Wilson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Etienne up the middle. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. ETN once more. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Evan Ingram from 17 yards out. And the Jaguars have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the counter, Carter. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Alert!
Running left, it's Hall. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Alpha.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Open man is Denzel Mims. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 26. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Here we go. Grace don't travel. Grace don't travel.
Back to the ground with Carter. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Protein spill. C6. I 7, let's go. Fire, 64.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Josh Allen has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Box drive. Cut.
They go play action now. Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jags will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it. I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 66 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On play action, Lawrence. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Straight ahead, Etienne. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. He stiff arms him. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's a give to Etienne. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Got it.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Lawrence, now this is Etienne on the draw. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
He had to fight for every yard on that run, shook himself free of a tackle, and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on it. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Wilson to throw. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
H3, 218, chopper. Go. 66, exit.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Open man here is Conklin. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They go play action with Wilson. And that'll be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, Wilson. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack.
Go. Zoom, fellas, let's go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. He's got this one completed to Mims. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10. At about the 32. They'll look to ETN to start things out. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Second down and a run by Robinson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 3rd down, Lawrence. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And here comes Berrios. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 49-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
On the draw, it's Hall. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
64 weak. 80 weapon. 80 weapon. Go!
Wilson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Lawrence. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
He's got a man, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. On first down, Wilson. A throw to the flat for Carter. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. From the 36, Wilson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now it's Wilson. And he'll complete this one to Berrios. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Going for it, it's Carter. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 2. That's good for the Jets.
One last shot for Wilson. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the...
Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown.